Thank you very much for driving out here. I would have been happy to meet you in town.
Well, I remember you telling me you liked to be home when the kids got in from school.
Aren't you nice to remember that? Actually, the children are still over at Ace's with Clint.
Well, I'm sure they'd love to have you over there with them.
I explained I had a problem I had to deal with. They understood. Would you like coffee or tea?
Neither, thanks.
Well, please sit down. Clint showed me your letter of resignation from the Banner.
Well, I'm sure he was pleased to receive it.
No, actually, he wasn't. Neither was I. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Now, we've said all there is to say on the subject, haven't we?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't, not at all. Roger, I'm sorry. I'm so terribly sorry that I got so angry with you. I lost my temper, and I'm ashamed of myself. I took everything out on you.
It wasn't your fault. It was mine. But it's over. Let's just forget it.
I can't forget it. However, if you insist on moving away, can't we at least part friends? I've been thinking about your reasons.
I'm moving to California because I want to give all my attention to EnviroCare. I'm not running away.
That's exactly what you're doing. But I think that I have come up with a solution that would benefit us all. Will you at least listen to my proposal?
Want me to run lines with you?
Max, what are you doing here?
Well, I was hoping you could introduce me to your producer.
What are you talking about? You're friends with Bo.
Yeah, but he doesn't know what a terrific actor I am. I thought maybe you could put in a good word for me.
What have you been doing, drinking?
No. I just thought if maybe you checked out of Llanview and moved to the Big Apple, I could get a job on the show and go with you. You made your decision yet?
No. I don't think that's very funny. You don't want to pack up and leave Llanview any more than I do.
That's great. I'll run the bar, you run the restaurant, we'll get some dwarves, we got a wicked witch. We'll live happily ever after.
Damn it, Max, it's not that easy. I want to keep my job on Fraternity Row. At the same time, I want to be with you. I don't know. My life's gotten so complicated all of a sudden.
I did not come by here to upset you. I wanted to cheer you up.
I know. I just feel so helpless.
I know. But we will work this out. We have to.
Her BP's 80/50, and we've got intermittent P waves.
Damn it, Brenda, you gotta hold on.
Brenda. Come with me. Give me your hand.
Where are we going?
To the ranch, my love. Wait until you see it. Thousands of acres of grazing land, a sea of emerald green spread all the way to the base of the clear blue mountains.
The ranch you always dreamed of.
It's ours now, to share forever.
I was so lost when you left me, Steve.
I know. I've been watching over you.
I know. I could feel you there.
We'll never be separated again. Come, let's go.
Brenda! Brenda, damn it, you gotta hold on. You can't give up, Brenda. You've come so far, honey. You've fought so hard to save your baby's life. Don't give up now, please.
Brenda, we have to go.
Well, can you settle just seeing me on weekends?
No, and you shouldn't settle for it either.
Max, there's nothing else that we can do.
Of course there is. Where's your fighting spirit?
What is there to fight?
Block Ted Block. Force him to keep the show here in Llanview. I mean, that would make everybody happy, wouldn't it? You're not the only one facing this dilemma.
No, nobody wants to leave.
No one's gonna want to wear these since we're moving to New York.
What are you talking about? What are they?
Hats, like the one Bo's wearing. This is right over there on his chair.
Bo had these made up for the kids on campus during our location shoot, and the cast and crew saw them, liked them so much he made up a few more.
Maybe I ought to bring him upstairs. Well, you think the company might change Llanview PA to New York, New York?
No, Emmett, Casey, leave them here and get as much of the cast and crew together. Tell them to come here right away. Go on.
What are you up to?
Well, you told me that we should fight him. And that's exactly what I intend to do.
Come on, Brenda, hang on.
I know you love him, Brenda.
I've never stopped loving you, Steve.
I know that, too. I'm glad that Larry was here for you, to take care of you. He's a good man. But it's time to move on now, to say goodbye.
Well, what about our baby?
He'll join us very soon. We'll all be together.
Honey, you gotta be strong. You've gotta want to live. For your baby's sake, Brenda. He needs you.
Brenda.
The baby has a chance to live, Steve. Larry says the baby has a chance to be saved.
It doesn't matter now. It's time to go.
Honey, you can't die. Look, try another half amp of atropine.
It's too late.
Steve, my place is here. I have to be here for Larry and our baby.
I love you, Brenda.
And I love you, and I always will. But I'm not ready. It's just not time. It's too soon. Just try and understand that, okay?
Heart rate is 60, rising.
Sure.
Our blood pressure is 100/70 and rising.
Thank God. Thank God you pulled us through.
Now, if we can just save the baby as well.
Although the readers of the Banner will be very unhappy about the loss of your column, I will accept your resignation. And I promise to remove myself from your life forever.
Viki.
Our paths need never cross, ever. You go your way, and I go mine. But here in Llanview, where at least you can share your life with your girls.
To begin with, you'll never be able to remove yourself from my life. The fact is, you'll always be in my heart, no matter where I am. Flint knows that, and that upsets him.
But he also knows that we can't erase the past. He will accept that soon enough.
Well, he hasn't been able to accept it so far, has he?
Clint is not your problem. Why don't you let me deal with his feelings?
My concern is for your happiness. And the farther I am away from Llanview, the better chance you'll have to get on with your life.
But what about your happiness? What about your daughter's happiness? Isn't that why you came back to Llanview in the first place, to make a family with them again, to make up for all the lost time that you missed with Megan and Sarah? They need you now just as much as you need them.
Well, my daughters are capable of leading their own lives without my direction. Megan told me that her show was moving to New York, and there's a possibility that she might go with it. If she doesn't, she has you. And Max. Bo and Sarah seem to be developing a solid relationship, so she'll be okay.
But if Megan knew that you were staying in Llanview, then she might give up her notion of going to New York.
Megan will follow her own instincts at all costs. That's a trait she inherited from me. And my instincts tell me that leaving is best for all of us.
Is it that painful for you to be around me?
It's not painful for me at all. I want to do what's easiest for you.
But it's not easiest for you to move to California. What if Megan turns against me?
Megan has finally accepted you.
Yes, but if she thinks that I'm responsible for driving you away, maybe she'll turn against me.
Megan recognizes the problems we're up against. And she knows that the best solution is my leaving. She won't blame you.
I don't know. Megan's feelings for me are tentative at best. We need a great deal more time. We need your support. So does Sarah. Forgive me if this sounds terribly selfish, but after all this time, I really cannot risk losing Megan. Roger, please help me. Stay here.
I don't know. I'll think about it. But I can't promise anything.
I understand. Thank you.
Dad, what is it?
She's okay.
Well, you don't sound okay. What happened?
She had a bradycardic episode. We almost lost her, Dan. She's all right. I mean, she's stabilized now.
And the baby?
And they're just starting the C-section now.
Well, what are its chances?
There were signs of fetal distress that we won't know until we find out what the damage was. I gotta get in there.
Wait, Dad, just take a moment to compose yourself, okay? Just take it easy.
Yeah, right. Well, I already lost control in there anyway, ranting and raving, pleading Brenda not to die. Hope I'm not on the hospital gossip list tomorrow.
Are you kidding me? You may have done more than that surgical team in there, Dad. You know, you may have given Brenda the will to survive.
Here, Casey, this is for you. You're part of our family now. I think you deserve it as much as anyone.
Ah, shucks, Mary Lynn.
Oh, come on. Stop being embarrassed about helping Neil. He had every single one of us hoodwinked, including me.
Yeah, he really did have us all hoodwinked, but I feel bad about all the trouble you guys went through. If I could just pay you back.
Just be my friend. That's all I want.
Okay, thanks, friend.
You know, maybe these things will be worth something someday. They're a little piece of Llanview PA daytime history.
Maybe.
Now, wait a minute. Now, why are we taking this move lying down? Just because Ted Block snapped his fingers and we're so trained to jump?
Because Ted Block's agency owns the show, and if we want to keep working, we got to move.
Well, I don't think that we should have to disrupt our lives just because Ted Block thinks he can make a few more bucks in New York City. He just want to make this move so that he can become Mr. Big Man. We know how Bo feels about this. He doesn't want to move either. I say that we stand our ground and fight.
Yeah. Right.
Well, Megan, you know, I think if you'll come back down to earth and think for a minute, you'll remember we're actors and we don't have any rights.
No, you're wrong about that, Audrey. Now, forgive me for interfering, but why do people watch this show? To find out what's happening with their favorite characters. Now, you created those characters, all of you. Now, if you stick together and refuse to go to New York, Ted Block doesn't have a show.
Max, he said he'd replace anybody who refused to go.
All of us, the entire cast?
Well, even if he thinks he can pull it off, I don't think our audience is going to be very happy about it.
You know, maybe you're right. I mean, even Randy Stone couldn't replace Megan.
Yeah. So are we all willing to stick together?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, listen, maybe you can get the writers and the production staff and the crew to join in with you.
That's a good idea. Listen, I'll go find Sheldon and see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Okay, now, if this is going to work, we all have to stick to our...
Hello.
Hi. And goodbye. I'm on a mission.
I want to talk to you.
Oh, my God.
How you doing there, Audrey? Nice hat. Well, I guess we'll have to order new ones when we get to New York.
Yes, well, we're not going.
Oh?
That's right. We've decided to stay here in Llanview.
You and Jack and Mary Lynn?
No, all of us. If you decide to move the show, you're going to have to recast the whole entire show. You probably have to find more production staff, writers, and crew.
Well, you seem to be the cheerleader around here. I gather this was your idea.
Yes, as a matter of fact, it was.
Well, I'm really disappointed, Megan. I thought you, of all people, were the one person around here that cared for this show as much as I do.
If you care about this show, then why are you pulling the rug right out from under us? Why don't you go back to WVLE and try and make a deal with them so we can stay here? Now, Bo is part owner of WVLE. I'm sure that he would be more than willing to make the same concessions that the New York studio did.
Look, my decision is final. And if you think that organizing some sort of mass protest is going to change anything, you're wrong. Because I'm moving, and I plan to replace anyone that gives me any trouble. That includes cast, crew, writers, everyone.
You're real tough when Bo's not around, aren't you?
Jack, let's get something straight. Bo Buchanan doesn't pay your salary. My agency does. And that gives me the right to do whatever I damn well please with this show. Here, take this.
Well, so much for the fighting spirit.
Listen, Bo is a very powerful man. If it comes down to Bo and Ted, I put my last dollar on Bo. And I spent it this morning. Oh, babe, I just wish I had $4 or $5 million to spare. I'd buy this TV show right out from under him.
Thank you.
For what?
As Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over till it's over. No, you did everything that you possibly could. You did the right thing in calling me, too. Thanks. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, there is. One of my patients just packed up and left.
And left?
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, he wasn't ready to leave at all. I mean, he has not come to terms with losing his eyesight.
Maybe he thought he could do it on his own.
He can't do it on his own, especially if he hasn't accepted the fact that he's blind. I just thought I was so close to a breakthrough with him.
Wait, is this the kid that you've been working so much with, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I know you're upset, but I don't think that you have failed. Maybe he's just not ready to succeed. When he is, he'll come back.
I'm just worried that he's going to keep refusing help. I mean, what if he thinks some miracle is just going to restore his eyesight?
Well, he may have an unhappy life, but it's not because you didn't do everything you could to work with him. Come on. You can't win every battle. That's just not possible.
I really wanted this one.
I know.
So anyway, I think you probably have had a bad enough day without me adding to it, huh?
Well, I'm not complaining.
No, you're not. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've heard you complain lately at all.
Well, I was complaining about Asa monopolizing all your time at his place. Of course, when I get back here, the only thing I can think about is trying to impress my new roommate. So, how am I doing?
Good. Great. You're doing great.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You just made my whole day.
Yeah. Your meeting with Ted Block didn't go very well?
Oh, no. It was terrible, but I was right about Michael Grant. He's behind that whole plan of Ted's to move the show.
You know, that just doesn't make sense to me at all. It seems like Michael Grant could benefit from having the show here. I don't know, advertise for his hotel or something.
Well, he's got something more important on his mind right now. Sticking it to me.
Bo, this feud is just getting completely out of hand.
I know. Well, tell him. He's the one that's fanning the fire.
Look, I don't care whose fault it is. I just want you to try to forget about Michael Grant and forget about your feud and your lousy day.
This is so great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Want to go out to the hot tub and just relax?
No, I just want to stay right here, just right where we are. Could you do it a little higher?
You're getting pretty demanding there. How's that?
It's heaven.
Yeah.
So, what now?
I don't know. We'll think of something.
You want some ideas?
Not from you.
Ooh. You gonna stay mad at me forever?
Maybe.
Come on, I told you. I tried to find your son because I thought you'd want to know what's happened to him.
Yeah, well, you were wrong, weren't you? But I, being benevolent, I've forgiven you and I'm not angry anymore.
You're not? That's great. You know, those are the first nice words out of your mouth in weeks. How about dinner?
I can't.
You got another date?
No, I've come to the conclusion that I should, you know, just not see anyone for a while.
You mean like anyone, or you mean just me?
John, I feel a lot on my mind, and,
well, come on.
I think that I should be alone.
Maybe I can help. No, really. Look, I think I know what the problem is. You're afraid to get close to someone.
Well, maybe it's just that your monumental ego won't let you take no for an answer.
Yeah, I could take no for an answer, but you're telling me no for all the wrong reasons. Audrey, I've been there. Look, I know this territory better than anyone. You get a little bit close to someone, and then you back off. You're afraid of taking a risk. You're afraid of getting hurt, right?
John, you know what? I think with you, it's more of a guarantee than a risk.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, and you ought to give me a chance. Now, come on, let's have dinner. We'll go to a great steak place, and we'll get some wine, we'll relax a little bit, we'll have a great time. Come on.
No.
Come on, Audrey.
John, look, I can't, okay? I just, please.
You can't.
All right?
Fine. You can't. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I won't bother you anymore.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Last you're gonna see of me.
Goody.
Maybe.
No.
You and Wade okay?
Yeah, sure, we're fine.
Uh-huh.
No, actually, we're not fine. We're far from it.
Well, maybe if I talk to Wade.
No, Jack, please don't talk to him. It'll only make things worse.
It's just that I feel terrible for causing trouble between you two.
Well, if it hadn't been you, it would have been something else to set him off. Ever since he got back from Eterna, he's been so sensitive about me and about our marriage.
Look, I know he's under a lot of pressure and all, but that doesn't give him a reason to be bringing you and everybody else around him down. Besides, how can anybody who's married to you feel sorry for himself? He's the luckiest guy in the world, you know?
Thanks. You know, you're a really good friend, Jack.
You know, we really can't do this.
Why not?
Because we have to go to the grocery store.
Well, we'll send out for Chinese for dinner.
No, Tucker doesn't have any food, and he can't eat Chinese. He's just a puppy.
So, puppies in China eat Chinese. How is Tugger, anyway?
Happy as a little puppy.
Well, good. He ought to be. He's got a great life. We have a great life. Don't we?
Yes, we do. We do. You know, I was just thinking that sometimes you have to get through a couple storms to appreciate sunshine.
As far as I'm concerned, bring on the storms, because as long as I have you, I have all the sunshine I need.
You know, I was just thinking, I didn't really know what true happiness was before. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
No. That's what finding someone special so special.
I like it. Listen, Bo. I got a call from the Waterside Inn today.
For me?
No, they were calling me. It was the manager, and he said that all the damage in my room has been repaired, and I can move back in whenever I'm ready. So I told him to rent the room to someone else. But Tugger and I have found a place that we want to call home for a while longer.
How about forever?
Can I think about that?
Yeah, you can take all the time you need.
Austin Buchanan? Who's asking? Got a delivery here for you from the family attic.
Oh, yeah, hey. You know, back home, they still call those things used clothing stores. There you go. Appreciate you bringing this by for me.
Back home, I guess they don't believe in tipping a guy for his services. A couple of beers, the usual.
All right. Not a bad fit. Not quite Bo Buchanan, but you're on your way, sport. You're definitely on your way.
Megan!
Oh, Viki.
Nice
Hi. I
surprise.
didn't mean to just sort of show up like this.
That's perfectly all right. You are always welcome here. In fact, your father was just here.
Oh, did he come to say goodbye?
Yeah, that was the message he wanted to deliver. I tried to talk him out of leaving. I don't know that I was entirely successful.
Yeah, well, I gave him my opinion on that subject earlier. But Dad always likes to follow his instincts.
That's what he said about you.
Oh, well, my instinct is to stay.
You'd give up Fraternity Row?
Well, I don't really want to do that. I don't really know what to do right now. Actually, that's why I came to see you. I'd like to ask you for your help. Yes, I know, another milestone.
I hope we have lots more of those.
Me too. Okay, back to business.
Okay, you have an idea.
Yes, but now all of a sudden I'm not sure that I can ask you.
Megan, you have to know I will do whatever I can for you.
Well, could you spare a couple of million?
You better say that again.
I was wondering if you would consider buying Fraternity Row from Ted Block's agency.
Okay, honey. I'm gonna take you to recovery now. Thank you for letting me back in.
Oh, it never occurred to me to keep you out. Hey, you weren't in the way, Larry. In fact, you were a great help.
Just wish there was some more I could do. Was there anything we could have done to prevent that?
No, these things just happen without warning. All I can say is Brenda's a very lucky lady to be alive.
Yeah. I want to get in there when she recovers.
Yeah, good idea.
Thanks again. Jim, well done. Thanks guys.
You know, you are insatiable. And again, so am I. Hey, we don't have to go to the grocery store today. We'll find something in the cabinet for Tuggy to eat.
No, I'll just pick something up on my way home.
What, is there another problem at the studio?
Yeah, Ted Block. He's down there threatening everybody. He's got that cast and crew all but set, so I want to go and I want to settle this thing once and for all.
You are a terrible liar. You're not going to the studio, are you?
Yeah, I'll be home soon.
You're going to see Michael Grant.
Yeah.
Well, why can't you just let this thing with him drop?
I'd love to do that, but he won't let me.
No, I think it's your male pride that won't let you.
No, come on, Sarah. Now, this guy won't give up. I have to meet his little challenge right now, tonight. Otherwise, he's going to keep giving me problems. He's going to show problems.
Oh, I see. So he challenges you, you challenge him. Bulk. This has got to stop, and you have to be the one to stop it.
You just don't understand people like Michael Grant.
Yes, I do. He's a bully. Now, the only way to beat a bully is to ignore him.
Well, that's great. If you're school kids, this is different.
Right. It's different. You're adults. You should be able to solve this problem with him reasonably and rationally.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I plan to do.
And if that doesn't work, you may just punch him out, right?
No, I'm not Popeye, no. I'm just going to make sure that he understands some things very clearly, that's all.
Honey, please. Don't go until tomorrow when you've had a chance to calm down, all right?
I'm not going to be any calmer about this tomorrow.
Yes, you are. I'm going to see to it. We're going to have a nice dinner and listen to some music, hold each other, watch the fire flame in the fireplace, maybe make a few flames of our own.
This is something I just have to do, Paradise. Look, I'm just going to talk to him, that's it.
Unless he goads you into a fight.
I'm not going to let that happen. I promise.
Well, I don't mean for you to write a personal check. I thought maybe the newspaper could buy it.
The newspaper doesn't have that kind of capital right now.
Well, it shows you how much I know about finances. I feel like a hick.
Please, don't. Actually, if you'd come to me about a year ago, the newspaper could have bought the show. Unfortunately, there was a terrible explosion there, caused a lot of damage, and while the insurance paid for that, we decided to do a major renovation at the same time, and the cost was unbelievable.
Oh, that's okay. I understand.
I wish I could just write a personal check for it. Now I wish I were as rich as the Queen of England.
Yeah, me too.
But I know someone else who could afford it.
You know a queen?
No. No, someone a little closer. Asa.
Oh, Viki, I've barely said 2 words to the man. I can't just go up and knock on his door and ask for $2 to $3 million.
No, I'll ask him.
You really think you could convince him of it?
I can't promise you. but I can do my best.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, good. I hope I don't disappoint you.
Well, the whole cast has decided that we're going to quit if Ted Block tries to move us to New York.
Well, he can't replace you all.
Well, he thinks he can. But I don't think the agency is going to stand for that. So we have a little bit of time while he thinks over our threat.
Good. I'll call Asa now. Do you want coffee or anything?
No, I really should get back to the studio. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Hi, Alicia.
Hello, Bo.
I'd like to speak with Michael, please.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but he's not here right now. I'll be sure and tell him you stopped by.
Your butler is under the impression that he is here.
Oh, well, I'm afraid he's mistaken. Hello.
Oh, darling. I came in the back way. You can leave by the front door. No Buchanan is welcome in my home, especially you.
First you scheme against my sister-in-law, you have her kidnapped, you almost kill her, and then all of a sudden you decide that you're the good guy and we're the bad guys? I can't figure you out, Michael. Maybe you can explain it.
There's not a chance in hell you'd understand, so why don't you just leave?
Right after you call your friends at Empire Studio and tell them that Fraternity Row deal with Ted Block, it's canceled.
That's between Mr. Block and the studio.
You arranged it. You can cancel it.
I'm afraid that would be bad business.
Look, you want to take me on, you be my guest, but leave the show out of it. The cast and crew don't deserve to have their lives turned upside down just because you have a vendetta against me.
Look, Bo, I'm sorry you're taking this so personally.
You're playing God with dozens of people's lives, Michael.
I have been involved with Empire Studios for years. They do me favors, I do them favors. They had a studio to rent. I suggested Fraternity Row. I think the cast and crew is going to find the advantages that New York City has to offer very much to their favor. I hope it doesn't mean the end of your television career, but if it does, it's out of my hands. I can't.
I own WVLE. Fraternity Row is part of it. It's a very important part. I'm not going to stand back and watch you destroy it.
As angry as I am not trying to destroy WVLE.
You're wrecking lives to get even with me, Michael, and you're too stupid to know. You're not going to hurt me. I could retire today.
Bo, please stop this.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Grand. I'm just beginning. You've established the ground rules, Michael. I'm going to play by them. And I'm going to beat you. It's your own game, pal. Don't take it personally. This is just business.
Hey, bud. This is a closed set.
Hey, how you doing? I'm looking for my cousin, Bo Buchanan.
You're Bo's cousin?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I told him I might be stopping by, give him these magazines. Check out this beauty. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, this is some nice hubcaps.
Yeah. Make sure he gets that for me, huh?
Yeah, I'll be sure he gets these.
All right, thank you. Now, you sure they won't get lost, will they?
No. Nobody messes with Bo's chair.
Hey, all right. You're a good man. I thank you. I'll just show myself out.
All right, be careful.
All righty.
Hey, what's with the gloom and doom here?
The party is over, Megan.
What do you mean by that?
There's no way that we can beat Ted Block.
No, that's not true. I have a plan that could keep the show in Llanview.
Yeah, and what's that?
Well, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'll know in a little while whether it's going to work or not, but I have a really good feeling about it, so we should all cheer up and keep faith.
Well, what if Ted wasn't bluffing?
Well, I'm sure that he was. But if this plan works, it won't matter.
What are you so cheerful about?
I think I have a way of keeping the show here in Llanview.
What, do you got a guardian angel or something?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Well, I'm with you, Megan. I just hope she knows what she's doing.
Trust me.
Oh, no, now what?
Joe, before you take the next scene, I'd like to introduce some of my friends to the cast.
We'll have to wait a minute, Ted. We really got to stay on schedule.
It'll just take a second, Joe. Spring, come on over, hon. Everybody, this is Spring Sky. I'm sure you recognize her as the star of that popular daytime drama, All or Nothing. Spring, this is Marilyn Coleman, Audrey Ames, Jack Gibson. Jack Gibson, and of course, Megan Gordon.
Oh, you're Megan Gordon. I didn't recognize you. You look so much heavier on camera.
Yeah, well, I would recognize your dark roots anywhere.
Ladies, please.
No, Ted. It's all right. I'll have the last laugh.
Oh, will you?
Oh, very definitely. I've been negotiating with Ted to play the role of Roxanne.
Oh, yeah, sure. While I'm off doing my starring role in my next movie with Meryl Streep and Dustin Hoffman and Paul Newman.
No, she happens to be right, Megan. We are in negotiations.
One clause I want guaranteed is that I don't have to wear her tacky wardrobe, which I'm sure she picked out.
Ted, what kind of sick joke is this?
Oh, it's not a joke, Megan. If you refuse to go to New York, Spring will replace you. Rod Steele here will replace Jack. Daisy Miller will replace Mary Lynn. And Susan Sweet will replace Audrey. As I warned you, I'm prepared to replace any of you who insist on remaining in this tacky little town.
Are you ruining those people's lives just to get back at Bo?
Oh, honey, it's just business. You should know better than to believe anything that Bo says. Now, why don't you go upstairs and rest for a few minutes before we go to your doctor's appointment?
Don't you understand? Our child is going to need all the love, all the kindness, all the attention that we can give it. How can you give it any of those things if you are plotting this destruction against Bo?
I have told you. It's his war, not mine.
If you don't end this, I swear, I won't come back to this house after our baby's born. I will take our child and return to Europe. And you and Bo can continue your fight by yourself.
All right. Yeah. How you cooking, sport? Wow. Do believe you could almost be Cousin Bo's twin.
Hello,
Sarah, is that you?
Austin?
Sarah, could you come by here just as quick as you could?
What's wrong?
Could you come by to Uncle Ace's garage?
Austin, are you having trouble with your vision again? Is your eyesight bad?
Can you just try to hurry? Please?
Yeah, I'll be right there. You just hang on.
Vital signs are stable.
She hasn't regained consciousness yet?
Not fully. I'm not even sure she's aware of all that's happened.
Okay. All right, if you want to take a break, I'll be glad to stay here. Okay. Thanks, Mary.
Larry.
You in any pain?
No. How long you been sitting there?
Not long. This is your room.
Yes.
Oh, I love you so much.
I love you too, Larry. I'm so sorry that you were so afraid in there. But I'm okay now, okay?
What?
I know I almost died in there.
Didn't the nurse tell you that?
No. I remember it. I saw Steve. He came in the room to get me. He wanted to take me away with him. He wanted to take me to his ranch. I held his hand. And he told me how beautiful it was and how peaceful it was. And it was so quiet. God, it was so quiet. It was like I was already there at the ranch. Miles and miles and miles away from any town and any people. But at the same time, I saw everybody working so hard to save me. And I remember thinking, why don't they just give up on it and let me go? And then I heard you telling me to keep fighting and not to let go. And that's when I knew it wasn't quite my time.
Brenda.
It's so strange. I've had patients who've had an experience like that, but it happened to me. And you saved me.
Dr. Spencer and the OR team, they did.
It was you. You didn't let me leave. And that's when I realized how much I love you. And that my place is here with you and with my baby. Where's my baby? Steve didn't take my baby, did he?